Okay, good day to you all, right? So here today I am going to discuss something related to enterprise mobile application development. Basically, it's based on the project we have done related to our master's program. So basically, based on the digit sum, I have got agriculture section. So based on that, I am going to do this presentation. So first, let me share my screen. Okay, right. Okay, right. So before starting this session, uh, I noted down few things what I'm going to describe today here, right? So first one is outline of the project idea and why I have chosen that one, right? So the basically my main stream is agriculture, right? When it comes to the agriculture, you all know that agriculture is some kind of a rapid progressing area with technology, right? So the question why I have selected this project idea is most of the young people are migrating from another industry to the agriculture, right? So they are very familiar with mobile applications. They always do the things with mobile, right? So the idea behind was if I create some kind of a mobile app through the newcomers or the new farmers can have the idea uh, what are the best fit for their environment. That could be very easy to start uh, their developments, right? Like that. So I thought like that, right? And the cultivations of them, right? Then when it come to the basically I have to concentrate not only that one but also some features like critical alerts based on that one and those kind of things also I have to be alert to them. So I consider that one as well. And apart from that, now when we do some kind of a startup or some kind of a new product, actually it's very important thing to understand the beginning. What is the beginning of this thing, right? So when new farmer or a new member come to this agriculture area, he has not got much idea on this agriculture, right? So this app is more concentrated to this kind of people, but they come here and they just only know the weather conditions and those kind of things they only know as a general knowledge. So even though you haven't got a good knowledge related to that agriculture, you will be easily pick the best fit for your area culture crops, right? So that's the basic idea behind that one, right? Not only limiting to that one, I spread it out to few sections like update me, help me, right? Those kind of few options are there. I will describe you in the later, right? So that's the main idea why I have selected to build this app. Next one is actually uniqueness of the application, right? Now when it comes to the uniqueness of application, it is divided into two, right? The first thing is it may be a uniqueness related to the application development, right? And as well as it is unique to the business strategies, right? Most of the business or the most of the industrial people who are doing that one, they need to they have a huge race with each other to have this competitive advantage, right? So the uniqueness of this application, if I say like that, now when you are doing something as a startup or some kind of a pilot project, you have to invest something, right? So the uniqueness of this application is, before starting this kind of thing, okay, you can check whether that kind of crop or the agricultural crop is best fit for you before stepping into the project. So that's the main uniqueness. Apart from that, with the features of the applications other than this best fit, you will be able to have more features around it. That's the main uniqueness. It is in the business perspective. But if you come to the developer perspective, yes, I have noted down what I've done in the application, because there are so many, right? First thing is, I have used, there is a layered architecture, right? So when it comes to the layered architecture, it's very easy to handle those things. Each components are in a certain layer. So if you need to change some kind of a thing in one layer without zero or less disturbance, you can change that one, right? So that's the technical uniqueness of this one technical. As well as I have used some technologies like loose coupling, same like the previous what I have mentioned, as well as some caching technologies and UI components, and as well as some kind of rich components in mobile applications as well. So that's the uniqueness of these applications into when it comes to the technical side. So now I think I have described two things, right? Uniqueness of the application and the outline or the project idea of that one. Now it's high time to demonstrate the features of the application, right? So I will first go through the features of the application. But when I deep dive into that one, you can see more there. But up to now, I will do this kind of a demonstration, right? So I have used the share my mobile view there. So it's there. So the whole project we call as AgriBuddy, right? So it's we call that one because it's a kind of a helpful thing to you to select which one is best for you, right? So it's a buddy, right? So we call this one, so I call this one as AgriBuddy. So when you click on this icon, right, you will this is the app icon I have created. So when you click on this one, you will first load some kind of a initial view, right? So this is the initial view it's coming, right? So after that, what will happen is, right, after that screen, flash screen, then it will come to 4 squares, right? So when it comes to these 4 squares, you can see there are 4 things. First one is best fit, right? Then the best fit means it's a one option where you can select, as I described before. It has the option where you can select easily which crop is best for you, right? I will demonstrate this one by one, then it's easy for you to understand, right? Then the next one is knowledge up. Knowledge up is if you need to have some kind of, it's a kind of a knowledge base there, right? If you need some kind of idea about anything, you can search and you can update yourself. Okay, that's we basically called as knowledge up, right? So after that, there's one option called update me. That's a basically a update of I mean that's an alert option with everything what is coming new, you will come up with that one, right? So and then other thing is help me. That means it gives you the basic contacts, sometime mobile contacts, sometime email contacts of this one. So this is the UI you will or the options you will get after you come after the splash screen, right? So this is the first screen you will come after the splash screen. So I can go one by one and I demonstrate the features I have got there. So I will first go to the best fit one, right? So you can see if I click on that one, yes, it will list all the best fits, right? This is not based on a condition, but it will made as a general search there, right? All the best fit lists are there, right? Based on the syncing there, right? So I will come to that syncing part later, but this is how it is coming, right? Then I have put the title as best fit list, then as the title and some description there as well, right? And at the bottom there is a home icon, search icon. These are general icons, right? So if you want to if you go to search one thing, you can click on this one, right? Then you will end up with the more descriptive details of the same, right? So you can see that that I set the sweet corn, so it will come up like that, right? So you can read this one under the best fit, and you can finish the read, and once you finish the read, you will redirect to the previous previous UI. And the next thing is, if you really want to search something here, there's that option as well, right? So actually in next stages also I will describe how to search these things, and everything is there, but I will go into as a demo there, right? I will click on that one, then it will ask for you to access the device location. Why this is happening is, the thing here is, actually I'm taking some kind of a web service. Based on the location, I'm taking the current temperature of that one. So let me allow this one, and once I click allow, it will automatically come the take the temperature. Here I have suggested to use the open API, but it has some kind of security keys and those kind of things, so I don't want to expose those things into public. This is a public folder I have shared, so I created my own web service and with some data, so I take those things here, right? Okay, I click on allow. Then now you are newcomer to this farming, right? You don't know much things on how this is happening, how this is going, and you don't know this kind of things, right? So what you can simply do is, you can simply select few things, right? First, go to the main crop. Let's assume I want to have a food crop, right? So if I want to have a food crop, there are a lot of crops there, right? Food, feed, oil. There are a lot of crops there, right? So if I really want to have a search on food crops, you can select food. Either you can feed crops, oil crops, and industrial crops. There are a lot of things, right? So the first thing is, you need to first search what is the main crop you need to have for this one. Okay, so this time I will select as food crop, right? Then after selecting the food crop, you have to select what is your landscape over there, right? So when I come to the landscape, there are a few things, right? So if I click on the landscape, it will has sometime hill country, sometime plain, coast. There are a lot of landscape. So I will select as plain ground, right? And as well as you have to select the soil type as well. So if I go there, I can select the soil type. So I will choose that as salty, right? And as well as there's a one option called rain level, right? So at there, you can, because you are a newcomer to this one, so you don't know much about these things, right? So what you have to do is, you have to select the rain level as well. Okay, so I will check like rain level is low, right? Because I have already put the data in my backend, right? So I will put that low, right? Then temperature in Celsius. Okay, this is the time when you really want to know the temperature in Celsius. Sometimes you need to have some kind of a temperature meter, right? So you don't need to be worried, because, sorry, as a hint, I have given below the current temperature of your location is 28 Celsius, right? So this is the thing, based on your location, I request before to have the access the location. Then based on this GPS location, I have tracked this Celsius, right? So I will basically put it, even this 28, I will put this is 20, right? Because if you want, you can put any, right? 20, right? So then I will search, right? Yeah, it's sweet corn, right? So how this is coming is, I have used a backend service over there, and based on your selection, it will invoke the backend and commit. So that's the basic idea here. Okay, so that if you want to read more, again, you can go and finish read, and these options are same. So I will quickly go through the features over there, right? So that's the basic idea. So if I want to navigate to home, I will come home. Then knowledge hub. When it comes to knowledge hub, what is knowledge hub? Actually, it's a knowledge base of something, right? Now, if you have a good knowledge on something, you will definitely know how to handle these things, right? So it's very easy, right? You have to just click on the knowledge hub, then it will come so many articles like that. These are the articles I have published, right, in my backend. So it has 2 articles. If you want without any search, if you want to search something and go ahead, yes, you can just click here and you can read this article, right? This is the harvest improvement by, this is the author, which is published on this date, right? So once you finish reading, you will redirect to the previous page. And the next thing is, if you, now let's assume if there are 1,000 articles, you cannot concentrate on one, right? So I have put there a search option there, right? So you can search by any keyword, right? So I will put first I don't know, right? Let's see, go to search, yes, it's coming, right? So based on that one, you can have some kind of a search over there, because when the line is high, you have to have more, you have to spend more time to concentrate on one. Rather than doing that one, you can search there, right? Okay, right. Now let me go to the home screen again. Then I have to go to the update me the feature. So what update means is, now as a farmer, what is the critical thing for you is, one of the critical thing is the alerts, right? Because sometimes it may be a issue in the weather conditions, sometime earthquakes, sometime wind, sometime rain. So there may be certain kind of certain kind of disasters over there, right? So you need to get an update. Okay, then if you need to really update that one, when you're clicking on that one, yes, this is the update its look, right? So based on this one, you can have a certain kind of updates over there, right? So that feature is there, right? If you really need to have that one, you can click on that, you can search the updates, right? Okay, as a further development also, if you need, you can put the alert button here, or the alert bell icon here, and get this as a notification, right? That's also fine, right? And the next thing, help me. So what is help me mean? Actually, this is a static page. Other pages are also dynamic based on the DB queries and the what they are in the SQLite database. It will load, but this is some kind of static page, right? So there, this is not a static web page, because it is not loading a web page inside this one, but it's developed based on the Flutter, right? But this is a static page, right? So based on this one, you can have more contact ideas. World organizations, Agri Foundation, Agriculture Minister, Agriculture Department, or you can have that one. So it has the insight. Okay, this is central hub for essential contacts of that one. So the basic idea here is the things, it is not going to change rapidly, right? So that is, I put this as a static page. But if the business requirement is not like that, and let's assume if it is not like that, and it is rapidly changing, yes, simply you can change these formats into dynamical format, right? Taken from the database. So based on my own idea project requirement, I changed it to a static page, right? That's it. So that are the main 4 pages, and you can see one thing here is agriculture app at mark, and this is a footer, or this is a I created as some kind of a custom component over there, right? We will discuss in the later. So that is the major thing, 3 things I want to discuss, right? Then after that, I have put some questions over there. Then we can discuss these questions and get the idea why it has how these things are implemented in this one. Okay, first thing is how offline access work, right? When it comes to the offline access, the thing is, we have to understand why we need offline access. Actually, let's assume if each time when I go search something, right, if it is go to backend, that means backend means not in the mobile backend, but in the web service backend, and come it is back into the mobile, it will take much resources from the mobile, because mobile is a very lightweight device, right? So when you are developing mobile application, it's better to think about those things, right? So that is why we are using some kind of a offline access data, okay? And as well as when you are in the jittery network or something, like when you have less network connections, it is better to use this offline data, right? So I have used there are two methods, but based on the selection I have used the not the on demand one, but just in time, right? That means before user is requesting the data, I have already taken the data to the application and store there. When he really needs to have that one, then come and have that data, right? But when you come online, if something new added to the backend, then only we sync it, right? So that's the part how it is happening, right? So if I want to go to the database code base, so I will open up with this one. So so let me go to the first one, how it is happening, right? So there basically this is the async function of the main method of the Flutter, right? Right. So you can see, right? The first function we call as fetch offline data, right? So that means, let's assume when the first time it is coming, he has installed something. Then what? Installed application. Then if he is go offline, and then he is come back online, then what will happen is there are two differences between the your SQLite database and the backend database, right? So what I am doing here is, right, when it is loading, I check the few things, right? First one is I check whether the internet is connected, right? If it is connected, I will check this health of the battery level, because we have to do more concentrate of this kind of constraint design principles, right? Because if the battery is low, I'm not telling to sync the backend data, because sometimes it will take more data, more battery power to go there and take the data. Okay, so I will check whether the battery power threshold value of a battery level, right? That minimum, I mean not the threshold, but the minimum level of battery level, right? So if it is not like that, it will not going to sync. But other than it is come to if the internet connection is there and the battery level is satisfied, and it will go to the some kind of a call connection call get last update me function, right? Then if I click on that one, it will open like that. Then what it is doing is, right, then it will go there, right, and take all the information related to that backend data, right? You can see if you go there, you can see that all the data related to that. First, it take the count, because actually the thing is, when it goes to the backend, I'm not syncing all the data from the web service, but rather than doing that, I will keep the last index of that one. Then after that, I will invoke again the I will handshake with the API with that index. Then only after that index data will retrieve here, right? So that's it happening. Get the last update me. Then I will call again with that data. Okay, count update. I will call a get data, right? Yes, this is the API service, right? So you can see that I have put then in the folder structure, I have put it in a separate place called web services, right? That is this is the update me API service, right? So I have used this service, and you can see that how it is happening, right? I have used this IP. This is not a public IP, but it is some kind of IP common to my network, Wi-Fi network. So I will put it there, and as a single page. Then if you change this one, you can single page, you can easily change this one, right? So and I'm passing secret key and as well as a last ID, right? Based on that one, I have created a backend of my web service. I will open this as well, right? And the backend API, you will be able to see that there is something called web service, right? Here's a web service. Cancel. Sorry. Okay, I will go here, right? This is the one. So I will take the input as post parameters, and I will check the update me, and I will take all the data where the last ID is greater than the ID, right? So at that level, you will take all the data back into all the data means the values who are greater than that ID come back. Okay, then save in your SQLite database. So that is how what it is happening when the offline syncing is happening, right? So that's the basic idea how these offline access work with that, right? So that's the basic idea. Then again, I have to come to one point, that is how the native hardware access work. Now, yes, I already demonstrated that one, right? So that means when you come to the best fit, right? When you search best fit in the previous also I saw it to you. When it come to the best fit, what happened was if you come to search option, it will prompt in the first time, please open up your location. Now already this is the location is up, right? So you can see that one already, this location is up, right? So it will ask, please open up, because that's the first time you are visiting here, right? So it will open up the it will give the insight to you to please open up your location, because we are taking some information related to this form based on this GPS location, right? So I demonstrated it in the previous time as well, and if you need again, I can show it to you, right? It's coming like that, right? So I have to go to location again, right? There is AgriBuddy. There is a permission I have given over there, right? Okay, this is the location, so I will turn off that one, right? So I go back, okay, right? So this is it, right? So now I have switched off the location, right? Let's see what happened over there, right? I switch off the permissions over there, right? So it's loading again. Okay, right, it's on the hardware, native hardware access, right? Okay, now click on this one. Yes, it's again asking AgriBuddy to access this device location. Yes, allow. Okay, so that's where you can take the location, and based on the location you will be able to capture the location temperature, which will be a hint to you in this form, sorry. So that's the basic idea here. And another thing is, and I pointed out another question over there. And what is the service? Now you can see that temperature has loaded based on the service, right? And the next question also related to that one, how this 28 has come, right? So as I mentioned before as well, so there's something called open weather API. You can use that one, but it has some kind of a some number of request level. Based on this request level, if that exceeded, it is come to that some kind of a payment mode, right? Not a free account. So I didn't share those API keys here, but rather than doing it, I created some kind of a backend service over there. Then using that backend service, I got those information, right? So if you go to it's in the best fit folder, right? And if you go to that option like best fit, okay, so sorry, best fit, okay, this is there. Okay, yes, this is the one, right? When you initial init state, now Flutter has a init state. So when you init this one, it will call the one get current location is, yeah, okay. Now based on this one, it is taking the current location over there, right? And as well as it will call again as a sync to the get temperature, right? So when you are in the get temperature, this is the service I have called, right? Actually, if you need really, you have to integrate the other open API, the open weather API. But there I have created my own function called get temperature, right? And it will again invoke a handshake with one web service called temperature web service, and I have put some records over there. You can see some records in the backend. Yes, location temp. So I will browse that one. See, based on these conditions, I am simply taking this one. But the real actual scenario, you have to go back and integrate this with Open API and take this. But I don't want to do this because this is publicly share my keys with this, so I didn't do this one, right? So that's how it's happening, right? So that is that's the service I have used, and based on that service, you can see, right? You can see when you are filling the form, it will give you some kind of a hint over there. Yes, you can use this one, right? Your location is now in 28 Celsius, right? So it will make sense to the user or the farmer. Yes, we can put that to 28 if I need to check what is the best fit here, right? So that's it. And okay, next thing is I want to know yes, whether the alerts clean after they have got expired, right? So that is based on the requirement, right? That because this is the initial state of this app. Now the question is, if I do something here, if the things are older, are they really going to disappear from this? That's a good idea, right? Now, as I mentioned before, that my syncing part also happen in only one single time, right? This can also be add to that same stage when the app is loading. If that, we have to go to and check back in whether the dates of these alerts have been removed, I mean the expired, we have to delete that. But it is still that option is not there in the application, right? So that's there, right? Even though it's expired, still there is there, but it's not good to be there, because then otherwise what will happen is it will fill up your entire device memory or the storage, right? So it's not good for your storage, right? And the next part is yes, then the next one is what is the reusability components I have used here. That's good thing, right? If I go to my code base again, right, I will cross all the things, right? You can see there are one folder called go to common, right? Called common, right? And common, there I put a footer there, right? So this is my custom component dart file, right, or the material, right? So when it come to here, it has created a stateless widget where you can have the footer like this. Footer is some kind of a widget. This is a custom widget, right? So what is when I invoke this footer, it will request one parameter as a title, right? Then when you and it will return some kind of text over there. It's a very simple a custom component over there. When you really need to invoke that one, I will show how we have done that one. Is if you go to help me, I have used there help me, right? In the mobile application, you can see if you go to help me here web https www. This is the title. It has come through this custom component. You can see I have invoked that. I will call that one at the bottom, right? Yes, you can see here bottom app bar. I have, as a child, I have called the footer there, right? As well as if I go to, if I'm not wrong, if I go to the best fit, not the best fit, yeah, it is in the mid here, right? Agriculture app at singer 2223, right? So 22. So that also, that means in the main screen which is coming, also that has that is split, right? So that is basically, if you go to this this is my print screen, right? So it is there, right? And if you go below, this is the bottom app bar. This is again I'm going as a child footer, right? So what is this footer? It's this custom component, right? I have passed this parameters to this one. So that's it, right? Okay, then the next part, right? That is I have to do something. I have to insert the data manually to the data backend, and I have to check. I have to go offline and check whether that's working when I come back, right? So that's the idea behind, right? So let me open this one. I will close this one, right? Nice. So I will go offline now, right? So I will go offline, right? Then I'm going to insert something into my backend, right? So if you, yeah, right? Okay, right? So if you click on the update me, you can see last record is crop insert attack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things are there, right? Okay, now I am going to there. I will go to update me in the database level. I will add that one. Doesn't matter because it's no matter whatever it is, right? So I will call insert, right? Title I will put as what? Flood disaster. Oh my god, the disaster, right? So I will go there, flood disaster cell. So let me have the date there, right? So updating, and I will copy paste the date there, right? So control C, I will take that one, date there, and here we go, right? Okay, I have added one there, right? So now let me come back online. Okay, so I will first close my app, right? Then I will open up the network again. It's like that, right? Okay, I can put connection to that network. Then see what will happen, right? Syncing. Okay, right. Okay, right. So then yes, we are done here. Flood disaster SL 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now there are 9, right? So this is the last one we added. After we come back online, it will sync automatically, right? Until that, this is not there, right? So that's the thing I want to show as that syncing part. And as well as if you install the entire application, it will come again back to there, right? So that's that. And the last most valuable thing, what are the constraint design principles? Yes, many constraint design principles. So I have noted down few things because sometimes I miss something, right? So the first thing is when the battery is low, right? Do it really we need to sync those things here if the battery is low, because we can have some kind of a waiting period. If the battery is low, no need to sync that kind of things, data from the backend to here. So I use the first constraint as okay. First constraint design principle as if the battery is that differ, right? If the battery is low, don't try to sync from the backend. That's the first thing. And the next thing is as well as caching technologies. Actually, DB also one kind of a caching technology, right? Because if you are caching something from the backend, it will store in the database, right? So that's some kind of caching. Rather than invoking every time, as I mentioned in the API invoking, it will take more resources from the mobile application and the mobile, right? So it will start the application. Rather than doing that one, take those information and store those information in your SQLite database. That is more effective, right? That's another thing I have used. As well as reduce the app size. If you can see, I have shared the source code as well. It's very lightweighted, right? If you have so many applications, even these icons I have used, these are very simple icons, okay? But if you use more weighted icons and more images, it is got heavy, so that's not good. So I have reduced the app size as well. As the final thing, I have done the batch sync as well, because only when the app is initialized in the first time, if you close the app and up, that's the single time when you are communicating the backend and come. Then otherwise, if you again and again clicking those things, it will waste your resources, which is not good, right? So I do that one at one time, right? That means ahead of time I'm taking that one and storing there and take that one. Okay, coalesces, right? So and the next thing is, not all the data is syncing from there. Only part of the data is we are going to sync, and based on the ID last sync in the SQL database, rest of the things are going to come from the database web service. Not all the data for each time we are syncing here and there, right? It will waste resources. And yes, so these are the things in my application. So I think I have provided all the questions I have got, and as well as some introductory things. So that's basically this idea of the application. And the main idea of this mobile application is, if you are a new farmer, you don't know much about that one, you can have many idea if you go through this one and have the business strategic advantage when it is coming to a good farmer there, right? So that's the idea. So thanks for watching my video, and if you need any clarity or doubt point, please contact me. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. Right. Thank you so much.